Ernestine.
Okay.
Can a woman come up and two-hand hug your husband?
First of all, thank you for that question. Because don't you ever zoom in. Do you see this? I want y'all to hear me. Is the thing on? I want y'all to hear me loud and clear. Don't you ever two-arm hug my husband. You know, we need to make that a whole podcast episode.
We got a whole conversation.
Because there is certain etiquette that you are supposed to have with your friend's husband, boyfriend.
High five.
What? It's you better one-hander.
Tap.
It's a dap. It's a one-handed hug.
Yes.
But you better not ever grasp my husband with two of your arms.
Don't
what?
you ever.
Don't you ever.
Ever.
This video is spreading around the internet, and many people have something to say about what this young lady said. Now, there are a few people who agreed, of course. There's always a few that just see the truth. And then, of course, many others are saying, oh, she's just insecure. Is it me, or do it always seem like single people, not all now, I'm not coming for all y'all, but I'm saying it always seemed like single people always have the most to say about married people and the boundaries they set. It's like trying to give advice and teach to a person about a pool without ever being in one. When truthfully, there are some things we can't teach until we reach it. Everything this woman said in this video is a spot on truth. Two-arm hugging, especially when you're married, is a no-no. My breast shouldn't be on another man's chest and vice versa. It's too personal, and there has to be boundaries. And this is a matter of respect and boundaries. I actually remember one time me and my husband were around some friends, and one of their boyfriends two-armed me. Now, this caught me off guard because it happened so quick, because I, was just going to give him a side hug. But when he done it, it was very uncomfortable. Now, when my husband saw it, he wasn't mad or anything like that. I believe because for the most part, he know that the guy was just extremely friendly. I say that. But he did mention how he needs to be careful because he understands that men tend to be naive when it comes to things like that. Not understand that two-arm hugging can be problematic. And as women, we can pick up on different cues, especially with women. But even my husband don't two-arm a woman. And this was something that we learned early on, like side hugging is just wisdom. And I thank God for the people that he put in our lives to pour into us, to pour into our marriage. Because I even remember we've had one of our spiritual mothers tell my husband, if he ever has to ride in a car with a female, always sit in the back seat. Now, these are things, like you don't think about, but it makes sense. Because there's a way to do things honorably. There's a way to be respectable and set boundaries. It's not insecurity, it's protection. And it takes maturity to discern what this woman is saying even in this video. Because the only time I've two-armed a man other than my husband was before we even got married. And a man that I two-armed, I was either with them or I wanted to be with them. Straight up. I don't even recall a time of even two-arming my father-in-law. It's just too personal. It's too much embracing going on. And my chin shouldn't be on another man's shoulder and vice versa. And if you single, because being single and trying to avoid sexual temptation and lust is hard enough as it is. And even if it's not an issue for you, like you still have to be mindful of where that other person is at spiritually, because blood runs. I just say that blood runs. And if you're single, again, I can't really say if it's appropriate or not, for a single woman. Like, you just really have to be mindful, because anytime you two-arming a man and he look good and he smell good, you better be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. But wisdom, boundaries is for our protection. And God will give it to you concerning everything. These are things people, many people don't understand. But God will give you wisdom concerning all things. But shout out to this woman in this video. I don't know her name. I really thank her, for being a voice and keeping the standard, setting the standard for many marriages. Blessings.